We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. Cause Kristin knows blank.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Kristin Knows Blank podcast. I'm Kristin Key. I'm the host of this crazy mess, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're not, I hope it's about to get a lot better. This is a fun, loose, a comedy-based podcast that hopefully will distract you from whatever's ailing you, or just increase the joy of an already good day. That's the goal here, is to just try to help people have a good time and find some joy just for the time that you're listening to this podcast. I'm back on the road right now with my Camp Kristin tour, just blazing my way across America. I've seen some amazing places from Phoenix, Austin, Eugene, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Vancouver, Canada, and everywhere in between. What a beautiful country we have, filled with amazing, amazing people. I know because I'm seeing all of them. My shows are filled with inclusive, loving people. There are a lot of short-haired lesbians, so maybe I'm biased. But there's also some men, some straight women, some gay men, some trans people, some non-binaries. I get to see a little bit of everything. But the one thing we all have in common is everybody seems super supportive. And at least for the time that I get to experience them, everybody seems optimistic. And so hopefully we can keep that hope and support going wherever we happen to be. I also get excited because on this tour, I'm getting to meet a lot of different people that are comedians, the support comedians, the openers that I get to meet. And I've gotten a bond with a lot of people. Lee in Portland and Eugene was so fun to hang out with. Hey, Lee, if you're listening. Today's guest I'm so excited about was a comedian that I met in Austin, Texas at the Cap City Comedy Club. And I'd worked with her before and requested that she come back and do it again because I had such a good time getting to know her in the green room and watching her perform on stage. It was fantastic. She was a former burlesque Best of Austin nominee, a wrestling manager, and she's got just this funny, silly, sexy, amazing act. And it's such a fun time working to her. So without further ado, hey, computer lady, will you play that interview with Roxy Castillo?
Playing interview with Roxy Castillo.
Roxy Castillo has been my opener in Austin, Texas all week this week at Cap City Comedy Club. And she has so graciously agreed to sit down and chit-chat with me for the Kristin Knows Blank podcast. Hi, Roxy.
Hello, Kristin.
What a fun show we just had.
It's been a phenomenal couple days. Which, audience, I don't know if you know this, you don't know this because you don't know me. Lore drop. Kristin was the very first person I ever opened for professionally. Do I say the year?
You can.
2010.
Oh, yeah.
You were the very, very, very first person.
Oh, it got dark in here.
Oh, no.
You were the very first person and the mood changes. That's amazing. Were we here in Austin?
It was Cap City.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet I was drunk.
You know, I'm happy you're here now.
Okay. All right. I'm here now. Awesome. I bet we had a good time. I have strange memories from those days and they all seem like a good time that led to a bad time. But, I love that we're still in the business and we get to like bump back into each other at a comedy club after the show when everybody else is going either to a second location to get drunk, going home to floss and watch Dateline or whatever. And I know that both of us have big plans to do this podcast. And then I'm going to Taco Bell to get naughty food and to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the parking lot. What do you do after the show?
Oh, I'm going to zone out to some Wordle. Wordle, the mini crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm still on my introductory, $3.99 for the New York Times.
Okay.
So I'm milking it. Milking it.
How fast can you do the New York Times puzzle on a regular day?
The mini.
Yeah.
And again, I want to,
no,
it is the mini.
Because I'll tell you a Maxi story in a minute, but yeah.
Okay. Average, not going to brag. It's 58 to 1 minute 10.
God, bless you.
This is my life.
My brother and I share our scores with each other every day.
Yes.
And I swear he looks up all the answers and then just types them in. But he's probably not doing that. I mean, I'm always assuming that someone's out to actively sabotage me. So I'm like, Clearly he's cheating. But he always gets me by, like, if it's not a few seconds, like I beat him once or twice. But it's like, one day he got it in like 30 seconds.
That's impossible.
That's what I'm saying. He cheated.
You either have to get all of the rows the first time
Right.
for it to fill in. I've never gotten that.
Sometimes, like this morning, I literally went like 1, nope, 2, 3, 4, I'm fucked, 5, oh shit. And then I was like one small corner. I was like, well, now I have 3 letters. Build on that, stupid.
And it's E.
I think it was like ESP or something. Did I just spoil a Wordle from 6 weeks ago? This won't air for a while. We found out we have a lot in common. We're both sober ladies. We're both very queer adjacent.
Yes.
I'm deep in the heart of lesbians.
Queer.
Yes.
Queer.
You're the Q on the alphabet.
I'm just the Q. I like folk.
I love
a folk.
ambiguity of
And truly.
what are you? Queer. Oh, you can go all the ways.
What do you want? What do you want from me? Okay. Can I get real with you?
Yeah, this is a mental health. It's a comedy podcast.
It is a comedy
Let's pretend
podcast.
like it's a mental health podcast. Tell me how you feel.
Sobriety has illuminated to me that I'm much more leaning towards, if I had to categorize it bisexual, much more the scale is moving towards the L.
Okay.
But I had just been it just, once I got sober, the clarity was like, oh yeah, you're truly way gayer than you thought.
Who do you really feel like on the inside, and not just what are you presenting for whatever reasons that we present?
But we're not erasing bi. Bi exists.
Oh no.
Bi is so valid. But I think it's just also like, it feels safe, It felt safe for me to just sit in the bi, sit in the queer, and, I don't owe anybody anything.
No, never.
Yeah.
The few things that a friend of mine in recovery have taught me, it's that that no is a complete sentence.
Oh.
And that I don't owe anybody an explanation. And if I'm doing something out of obligation, to stop and say, oh, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to do it, great. But if it's obligatory, which the word obligatory, I immediately think of my married straight lady friends that talk about obligatory sex, because we have these conversations at dinner sometimes. I'm like, how often do you have sex with your spouse or
What's
whatever?
the straight,
And like, because I know lesbians, we have different time frames and numbers and, frequency or whatever. But the amount of like, well, how often do I want to, or how often do we? I was like, oh, that sucks. Just taking one for the.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We had planned this 3 months ago.
Why did we put sex then on Taco Tuesday? I'm always
but we're committing to it because that's what we're doing. We're working on committing this year.
We're committing. We are doing Taco Tuesday and butt stuff all the same night for our marriage.
Now let's wrap this up. I have Wordle.
I have Wordle to play. Taco Tuesday, butt stuff, Wordle. God, what's Wednesday like?
Ooh.
Tell me about, we both share a love of wrestling. And I would like to talk about, just to identify myself. I watched wrestling late 80s, early to mid 90s, super fan of Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan.
We don't claim Hogan.
Not
we
anymore.
don't. Yeah.
No.
But at the time.
It's different. It was a different world. He was America. He made you patriotic. He fought for Miss Elizabeth. Mm-hmm. He represented the good guy, back in that era of wrestling. And I loved all the good guys, even some of the bad. Ravishing Rick Rude is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Last week in Phoenix, they named a drink the Ravishing Rick Rude on my behalf. Anyway.
That is really fun.
I'll jump in more with but I would like to hear about your story.
Okay.
With wrestling.
Growing up, more of a boy band girl. Give me soft boys. Again, where are we on the spectrum? Just give me a soft, I love you. I'm singing. You and me. Singing to you, Roxy Castillo. You're the only girl alive. Okay. So then I'm at my grandpa's house and click the channel. Wrestling came on. Then I got some deep lore from my family that my great grandmother used to love wrestling. Back in the 50s, she would She loved roller derby, which I guess there was roller derby back then. Also, now that I'm saying this out loud, maybe my mom lied to me.
Was Grandma a Q? Was Grandma giving off some Q vibes?
Please.
I bet she had some
I
thoughts.
feel her.
Did she wear overalls?
Oh my gosh.
We'll give that was Grandma gay. Did she wear overalls? Did she like cats?
She hated her husband. She
Okay.
hated him. So turn on the TV. It is classic 1998 WWE. Like
Okay.
classic. That's the new attitude era. I'm really bad with names, but it's The Rock. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Goldberg, was he part of this?
Goldberg's been around for a long time.
Okay.
So Goldberg, those are I just remember seeing that and being like,
okay,
what? Hard men? Hard bodies? What are they? Who is this China? What is China? I love what is happening here in the leather. And so I remember at my grandpa's house just being like, cool, I have a new thing to obsess over that's not soft boys and it's just hard bodies.
I'm in.
Yeah, fully.
Oh my God.
So took a little break on wrestling.
Okay.
Live my life. I know what's happening on in the background. I moved to Austin and I start working in wrestling. I got asked to do a wrestling show as a character, as a character actress.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. I was a secretary to this one guy who was a manager. It was supposed to be this one-off thing. I went over so well with the crowd that they were like, you have to come back. So I've been doing that for 11 years now.
What?
So my wrestling knowledge is more indie wrestling and Central Texas wrestling, because there's territories, it's a whole thing.
I learned so much about this I just watched the movie Iron Claw.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Incredible.
So as a wrestling lover, were you familiar with the Von Erich family?
Brief. I think that was before even your era.
It was,
really foundational. But I knew of it, but that story is just truly incredible. The one thing that took me out of the movie though, was everybody's plastic surgery. I was we're not in the 70s, babe. We're not.
Oh man. Zac Efron blew my world. I thought he was so good in that movie. But I, like you, I was probably maybe 9 or 10 when I got to pick the movie from the video store that night. I don't know where my brother was, but my dad let me pick the movie and I picked SummerSlam 86 or 87. And so this was years past that and I'm watching and I was just like the big oiled up muscle men in tight, I don't know what I'm was I a gay man in a past life? What is it about these ripped?
It's not even about the men or the gender of it. It's more so it's masculine drag. It is.
Ooh, that's a good word for it. Masculine drag.
It's just this hyper masculinity and it's so performative that it's you can't take it seriously. And it's just they're walking on with their little beef sticks and their little veins popping out.
So
and
roided out. They were so roided, very unhealthy.
But then
Ultimate Warrior was just he had Twizzlers all over his arms.
Unwell. Truly unwell.
Unwell.
If we did a deep dive on mental health.
I wonder if they had therapy. I wonder if McMahon paid for therapy. Probably not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say hard no for that. But it's just this it's this violent dance. And it's captivating in a way that theater is captivating. Yeah. It's so, I don't want to say primitive, but I just said it.
It is.
But it's just this there is good, there is bad. The good and the bad fight. Bad prevails. Next week, good comes back and prevails. And it's just this morality play with costumes and performative violence. It's so intoxicating.
It really is
Truly.
intoxicating. And I can't remember right to this day. I'm like, is it the outfits? Is it, cause I still love a man in tight pants. I was on the gay man ship a while ago and all the boys wear these tight bathing suits and I'm staring at their asses and wieners and this guy catches me. I was like, I am so sorry. I was full on just looking at your ass and your wiener. And he goes, baby, that's why we wear it. I was like, I'm allowed. He goes, objectify us. We are here to be objectified. I'm like, I love this because this is my favorite thing about wrestling was just their asses and wieners.
Yes.
And like you said, the good versus evil, there was they're tying her to the railroad tracks. Will the hero get there in time moment? And they kept jumping the shark. And I always fell for it.
We're easy marks.
Yeah.
That's what we're easy marks.
Because I was a Christian.
Maybe it's a lot of things, but you and everybody else.
The force is powerful on the weak-minded. Hi, I'm weak-minded. Use the force on me.
Ooh, look at that package. Look at that.
I wonder if he's going to survive this one. That band sat on his face.
Did that hurt?
Oh,
Is he okay?
That's a question because you're an insider in wrestling now.
Yes.
They do get hurt, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is very much real contact.
Right.
It's real moves, but they've trained in such a way that their goal is to take care of the other person. So I'm going to throw you, but I'm going to throw you the
right
safest way that I can. And you have training that you're going to land in the safest way that you can. So it's also this, okay, we've got the good bad play going on, but then underneath the surface, it's just sweet boys taking care of each other and being like, I don't want to break your neck. I got you in this ring. And I don't want to give away too much insider, but you would see it as well. They whisper to each other and they're just, they whisper and they're just like, okay, you're going to go ahead and give me a body slam.
I would like that very much. You body slam me and I'll say thank you. Can I have another?
Babe, can you get milk after this? Can you just go ahead and pick up?
After that suplex, I'm going to need you to remember to get the clothes out of the dryer.
Yeah.
Wow.
That Kohl's Cash is going to expire. You need
Oh my God. If my wife and I were professional wrestlers, that's exactly what it would be like.
First, I'm going to give you a flying kick off the ropes. And then I'm going to remind you very nicely to wash your Yeti cups in the sink.
There'd be a lot of passive aggressive.
Yeah, I'll do that if you'll stop.
Anyway. Sorry, Molly.
Fill the Brita filter. I'm looking at you, Molly. If there's one thing that really gets my goat, it's when the Brita doesn't get refilled. How hard is it? I'm coming for you, Molly.
Oh my God.
I want Twizzlers now.
I want spouses to get to film video smack talks.
Every time I come into the living room, you've got 3 half-drank water bottles, and I'm not standing for it.
How long have these been here?
There's got to be do they go through training to learn how to shit talk each other, or do they just like in the movie Iron Claw? It made it seem like the people that are better performatively with a microphone tend to. The cream rises to the crop because we do want to see you wrestle, but we want to see your personality. We want to see who's confident, who wants to win the most.
I feel like I saw an article on LinkedIn about how extroverts
Fascinating, Roxy.
that extroverts, get more opportunities because they're putting themselves out there. It's the exact same where it's like you can be a very skilled wrestler.
Here's why you should hire me for this Trader Joe's management position.
Don't think I didn't get my job that way. Don't think I didn't just secretly have my little unitard underneath here. I don't have a unitard. I have a unitard, but it's for me, not for wrestling.
I love that you just said you didn't and took it back immediately. I don't have a unitard. I do have a unitard.
I do.
But it's not for you. It's a me-atard.
So at wrestling school, or at least the ones that I've been adjacent to.
What do they call it? They called cool stuff like Dropkick College or
No, that's so brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like RRCW, Round Rock Cool World. It's good. Round Rock Cool World Gym, and a guy who used
See,
to.
we like Body Slam University.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah.
I wish it was like that.
Lesbians need to work on branding for
Thank you.
wrestling colleges.
Can we please talk about there needs to be a lesbian wrestling organization?
Oh.
We had Glow,
My God.
but that wasn't inherently
Summer
queer.
Pam.
Summer Pam. Summer Pam. That really kills me.
I would love to watch. We're going to start this. There's going to be a lesbian wrestling league.
Yes.
Oh.
And you even said it correctly. Wrestling.
It's wrestling.
It's
yeah.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
WLW. World Lesbian Wrestling. F. Foundation. Q. TQ.
TQI plus I. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, then we'd have all these like tag teams with really good lesbian names, like Amy and Emily, like the Indigo Girls.
It's just Helen
They'd be like
and Cindy.
the Bendigo Girls. Sorry, I'm just riffing on.
No, you need to run with this.
I know.
You absolutely need to run with this.
Okay, everybody put in, those of you listening, or if there's a place to put a chat, or like a comment in, because the podcast is back and it's better than ever. And now with your comments, if you play along, put in what you would like, lesbian tag team wrestler names to be. And I will read them on Patreon when I read them. Yeah, take that, world. Look at us making incentives for this podcast.
We love that.
Oh, I love that for us.
Oh, I'm trying to think of Chapel Rockin'.
Chapel
Boneyard.
Boneyard. Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah. What other lesbians?
Who are lesbian? Yeah,
like,
what are lesbian?
Who's a lesbian?
Fistin Key.
Boy, I hate to see their finishing move. My unitard.
We call that the Muppets. I'm gonna make a Muppet out of you.
I'm a Muppet of a man. I would hate to hear what you had to. I'm about to do my big finisher on you. Oh, will you lube up this time?
Give me a couple minutes. I just need a breath. I need a breath. Can you please? The fun part is that I have a job because the boys and girls, some of them aren't that great on a mic. And guess who is, baby? So I have a job. And that's not to say that everybody I feel like I'm just bashing all of the wonderful athletes that I work with.
I'm sure they would praise
I'm
you.
not.
No, I'm sure they would praise you for the work you do because everybody has a skill set and they're good at their skill set and you're very good at yours. And so that's
I'm going to own this. I'm excellent at cheerleading. I'm going to hype you up. I'm going to just be like, his breath blows every American flag. You know, that is an actual line that I did use on somebody. But yeah. But I'm going to hype you up. I'm going to lift you up. What can I do with my skills as being a small Latinx queer woman who's in her late 30s and technically obese?
Quit bragging, Roxy.
Quit it. Single much. Hello. Hi, world.
Okay, and you're going to get so much of whatever gender you're looking for after this pod.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
But that's, I love lifting them up and because they do stuff I can't do.
They lift people. They literally lift people up. And you're emotionally lifting them up.
Oh, you know what? I've also had a lot of healing through wrestling because there is truly no feeling like screaming in the face of a man. And it's like acceptable.
I would like to trade all of my therapy appointments to just do that.
We just need like emotional support wrestlers. Just scream at him and he knows how to take a slap. Why do you take up so much space? Quit sneezing in airports.
Oh my God. I would pay $200 an hour to scream in the face of a man.
Okay.
Okay, let's make that happen next.
Yes, wrestlers listening, cash.
Or just guys that are hard up for cash that can just be quiet. Just be quiet and take it, Randy.
Truly.
It's time for 5 quick questions.
Now I'm going to ask you 5 quick questions. Do not think about them, just to answer. Okay. Question number 1. What are you listening to?
Oh, new Lady Gaga.
Okay.
I'm
Gaga.
Gaga.
Okay. Even though you've seen it a million times, what show do you watch over and over again?
Survivor.
What's your favorite season?
Oh, David and Goliath. That is the one with Mike White.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. Great
And
answer.
there's another wrestler on that. He's part of the Goliaths. He's a wrestler, but he was on that season.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you could go anywhere in the world that you've never been, where would you go?
Scotland.
You go to Scotland.
I'd go to Scotland, babes, because of Outlander.
Because of Outlander. Oh my God.
That's the second show I watch the most too, by the way. Look.
Oh my God.
Just
Okay.
a softie.
If you could replay any kiss in your whole life, how old were you when you had it? I don't have to ask. I'll just ask. We don't have to ask who it was, but how old were you when you had this kiss, and was a boy or girl?
20 years old. It was a boy, and it was the night Obama got elected.
Oh my God. You'll never forget that.
Truly never
Were
forget.
you kissing about the election?
Yes. It was like a celebratory,
It's like a New
they had
Year's.
they had called the election, and it was just like,
Obama
you
won the presidency.
it's imagine the picture of, the New York, the nurse is being kissed by the sailor, but instead it's just two Colorado.
It's consensual. And it's...
Yeah, well, that too. But it's two Colorado hippies who are just so happy for progress.
Oh my God, what a wonderful story.
Yeah.
You're celebrating. You're happy.
Yes.
What do you put in your mouth?
A blizzard.
Ah, great answer. Thank you for
Yes.
playing 5 quick questions.
And now it's time for Rad Libs.
Okay,
you.
I've written a rad lib.
Okay.
I've written a rad lib specifically for you. I've written a story and I've left out some parts of speech. You're going to give me these parts of speech, and together we're going to make a hilarious story. By the way, this is the first time I've used this for a rad lib. This is called a Remarkable Pro. I don't know why I'm naming the product because they're not sponsoring me right now, but I would like them to because I won't shut up about this product. I fucking love it. Anyway, okay. I need an adjective that ends in EST.
Okay, first question is adjective.
Oh.
I'm just testing you. I just want to make sure you know what an adjective
That is so
is.
considerate of
Yeah,
you.
but if you could explain to me.
I like to think of it as an adjective describes a noun, so I'll always pick a noun like boobs. Boobs are
Boobist.
the boobist.
Boobist, write it down.
Can I say boobiest?
Boobiest.
Boobiest. All right, a first name.
Kyle.
Excellent. An occupation.
Oh, fart professor.
A fart professor. A disease.
Colic.
Colic?
Is colic a disease?
I
Babies
think
get colic.
Yeah, a colicky baby. Isn't that
Yeah.
just what you call a shitty baby that cries a lot? I'm so sorry
That's
if it's a real disease. It's for shitty babies that cry too much.
Yeah, I think it's colic. I'm gonna go with colic.
Wow. Okay. An article of clothing.
What is the word for it?
Como se dice?
Yeah, como se dice? I'm thinking it's like a lame dress that you would wear to prom in 1997. It's got like ruching on it. Just say gold
dress.
lame prom dress.
Gold.
There's a whole name for the style that I'm
Gold.
thinking.
Lame. Don't ask me how to spell lame.
Yeah.
I spell it the French way. Prom dress.
Lame.
It has a T. A question.
Como se dice?
Oh, don't ask me how to spell that either. An onomatopoeia, which is...
yeah, I'm gonna-
Yep, okay,
yeah, if you
that
could-
you know.
yeah.
Adjective, no idea. Onomatopoeia, I nailed it.
Well, I was gonna just ask, how would you describe an onomatopoeia?
You're just setting me up. Did you know I was going to say caw?
Is that what an onomatopoeia? I don't know what an onomatopoeia
Like
is.
ding dong.
Okay.
Apparently, it's
Okay.
my favorite part of speech. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
We should always do these live. They're so fun.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Oh my God, it's the end of the show and I haven't had dinner. I'm real simpled out. This is great. Or you're hilarious. A verb, and we're going to put an S on it.
Okay. What? We love a verb. Verbs are not a noun because a noun
No,
is
it's
a
an
person.
action word.
It's an action word. We remember that. We know that. Spin kick.
Spin kicks, yes. And in your defense, every other guest that I have on this show, I do send them a cheat sheet with a list of some potential words that they either could use or as examples. I didn't send that to you because you literally found out you were coming on this podcast today. Because I liked her act so much and hanging out with you. I was like, it would be an absolute shame to leave Austin without recording you live. Because
I so appreciate
we're trying hard and we're trying new things.
I love
and
that.
this is we're experimenting together.
We love that. I tried the Southwestern egg rolls tonight, so I'm
They were really
right
good.
They're excellent.
Say hello to
Yeah.
heartburn, but so good. An adverb. This I'm just gonna because I'm refreshing my memory. I think an adverb describes a verb. So like I run awkwardly. It usually ends in ly.
Yes, I heard every word you said, and if I just added ly to something, it would be hurriedly.
Hurriedly, yes. Ooh, yes. And thank you. My wife always picks words that end in ly that aren't adverbs just to piss me off. She loves the word lovely,
Oh,
which is an adjective. Ends in ly, not an adverb. Okay.
I do wrestling. I just I'm not a language woman. I like
Well, I don't
greasy
think they're called
bodies.
language
I love
women, for one thing. I'm in school.
I love your
I'm
little-
studying from the language woman.
I love your
A verb ending in ing. An action word that ends in ing.
cartwheeling.
Yes! See, you say you're not good, but then you're the best. Yeah. A body part.
A fist.
A fist, yes. Okay, a food.
A Totino's pizza roll.
Yes, they're so good.
Delicious. Never gonna go out of style. And so cheap too.
They've never changed them and they don't need to. They're so good. They're perfect. Totino's Pizza Roll. This episode is sponsored by the Remarkable Pro and Totino's Pizza. It's not, but sponsor me because I like your pizza rolls. And this thing's so fun to write on. A celebrity.
Frankie Muniz.
Oh my God. I haven't
don't
heard
know
his
where
name in
that
a
came
while.
from.
Yes, that's why we do these.
The first one was Chapel, and I was like, you already mentioned Chapel Roan. And then I was like, you know, who's
We're
the
going to have
next?
to bring up
You know who's next? Frankie Muniz.
motherfucking
Famous
Muniz.
race car driver. Second place Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
did not know that. An era.
The roaring 30s.
That's what
Yeah.
ushered in the Depression.
Mm-hmm.
Something distracting.
Oh, China from wrestling.
Ooh, yeah. China from wrestling. Let's see.
Which first Playboy that I ever saw was the one with China on the cover?
That had to be confusing.
Oh, it was not. Let me tell you, my friend,
Things
it
have
was
never been
not.
clear, if you know what I'm saying. I don't. An article of clothing.
Oh, tap shoes.
This is why we do it. An exclamation.
Manfredo.
Manfredo! If you don't know, because why would you? This is an inside joke. That's what we've been. That's the name of my tripod, and we've had it stuck in our head. Guys, we have a story. We have a fabulous
so
story.
excited.
Usually I wrinkle the page, but this is a Remarkable Pro. Remarkable Pro. It doesn't wrinkle. Okay, this is a specific Rad Lib written just for you, and it is called SmackDown. SmackDown.
All right.
Tonight's match promises to be the boobiest match in pro wrestling history. Your crowd favorite, Kyle, the savage fart professor, is facing off against a relatively unknown fighter, Colic Man. Kyle enters the ring wearing his signature bright red gold flame prom dress and shouting his famous catchphrase, "Como se dice?" The audience toots enthusiastically in response.
We're doing some hard manifestation because I
Como se dice? Toot toot.
need Kyle in my life.
I do too.
I need Fart Professor.
Well, the challenger spin kicks his way through the audience and hurriedly climbs in the ring. As soon as the bell rings, both fighters come out cartwheeling. Colic Man takes hold of the fart professor's fist and begins twisting. Enraged, the fart professor wriggles free and climbs the top rope. He attempts his signature move, the Flying Totino's Pizza Rolls. Oh, that's gotta burn. But wait, from out of nowhere, Frankie Munoz jumps in the ring with a steel chair and knocks the fart professor into the roaring 30s.
God.
The ref saw nothing. He was distracted by China from wrestling.
Who is at the wrestling?
1, 2, 3. That's all it took for Colic Man to win the title and take home the coveted World Wrestling Championship tap shoes. What a match! I think I can speak for the entire audience when I say, Manfredo.
Manfredo.
Thank you so much for
my
making me laugh so hard.
That's a Summer Pam. That's a Summer Pam match if I've ever heard one.
Summer Pam classic. Tell our listeners and our viewers where they can find you and what you have coming up.
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Roxy Castillo. That's with a Y.
Como se dice?
Como se dice? At Roxy Castillo Comedy on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter.
Okay. It's called X now. And it's awful.
Elon Musk. I got a word or two.
We're coming for you, brother.
Things coming up. We take things one day at a time.
Thank you for listening to the One Day at a Time podcast. Thanks for being on. I'll see you next time.
This is incredible. Thank you so much. Y'all, Kristin is so supportive and just so wonderful.
Turn it up.
Interview complete. I'm off to defend my title in robot wrestling. No one can stop the lesbot. Oh yeah.
Oh, you do not want to mess with Computer Lady in the wrestling ring. Oh, she's got some moves. Anyway, thank you so much, Roxy Castillo, for coming on the show today. How fun to get to catch up and learn all about you guys. Find, follow, friend, stalk, make it uncomfortable, but befriend Roxy Castillo. She is amazing, and I can't wait to see her more down the road. If you like this podcast, hey, you're listening to it already, take an extra step. Go ahead and subscribe to it so you can listen to every week's episode. Next week, another good one. Next week, a returning guest from this season. She was so popular, back by popular demand. We're going to have more Nicole Melnick, and this time we're going to get to know more about her. A little bit, some origin story going on there because she's one of my favorite people on the planet. If you haven't been to a Camp Kristin show this year, it's a different show than the Lesbian Army show last year. So new material, new chance to come see the show, laugh, get a picture afterward. It always gets weird. Come see me on tour. Tour dates are on my website, kristinkey.com. If you're not a part of the Lesbian Army, what are you waiting for? Join. There's exclusive bonus content from lots of the podcasts, from backstage stuff. It's got videos you'll never find on social media, only on the Patreon. So join the Patreon at Kristin Key Comedy. And I'm going to keep bringing you amazing guests each week on this podcast. So until next time, goodbye.
We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. 'Cause Kristin knows blank.